Whoa, 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 we, you and me and you, it's the Danny Karen Show. Danny Karen here. You know what's good. I mean, really good. It was really good. It was a simpler time. It was a better time. What was it? I'm talking about the potato chip flavor wars between Pringle and Lay's. Now, for years, we've been looking at different flavors, like 3 or 4 different flavors, like sour cream and onion, barbecue, cheddar cheese, and then regular, of course. And then Lay's got creative. They got very creative, and they were just like, all right, we're gonna do barbecue chicken, we're gonna do donut, we're gonna do pasta, and we're gonna do bacon and maple bacon and stuff like that. It was crazy and it was amazing. It was just like, whoa. This reminds me of the console wars back in the 90s when it was Sega versus Super Nintendo and the bits. Remember the bits? We didn't know what a bit was. I still don't know what a bit is. It's been, 20 years since, 20 years since the 1990s? I still don't know. I don't know what a bit is. I don't know. Maybe it's the graphics or the speed. I'm not even sure. And it was crazy. And, it brought me back to that time, back to the 90s. And, man, if only our biggest problem today was the potato chip battles that didn't really end. It was more like, they just did their own thing. They had competitions. They had competitions with people submitting their own potato chip flavor ideas, and they would make them. And, now we're living in a whole different world, in a whole different era. Like that. Anyway, back at the ranch. You've seen her on this program before when she was talking about these hands, and she should show off her hands, I guess. She is an ebook author of These Hands, a contemporary guide of palmistry, modern day palmistry. And I probably messed up the title, but she'll let me know, of course. So please welcome Christy. Yeah! Here we are, ready? Here's the train. There she is. And we're going to go like this, and she's down. How are you doing?
Hi. I'm doing well, and I was a big fan of Sega myself. And when it came to potato chips, I loved the Tide chips that one healthier company made.
You remember 3D Doritos?
3D Doritos?
Yeah, or and it was miniature ones too.
At you?
What's that?
3D Doritos. What did they pop out of the bag?
No, they were like 3-dimensional potato chips.
No, but I was never a big Dorito fan.
Ooh.
I like when I just go to plain potato chips, I like Ruffles.
Ruffles
with French onion dip.
Exciting. So, tell us about your.
Now.
You want some now? Do you have access to them now or no?
I don't have any French onion dip. Mm-mm.
Oh, that's sad.
I know.
So, tell us about your book.
Okay, so as you know, I created those online courses to palmistry that I did in separate lessons. In those lessons, of course, there was a lot of talking and banter and comments, and I found it really hard to follow along and to get a correct analysis of the hand from the viewer's perspective if they were trying to follow along, because I was answering a lot of questions about hands, dealing with, different issues, could spend almost a half hour talking about somebody's cross line where someone else didn't have a cross line. So I decided to write an accompanying book to those lessons, which is like a guide slash workbook for the person to go through and learn how to analyze their hand for their self. They can skip over the parts that don't pertain to them. And hopefully its purpose by the end will be both to teach the person how to read and understand palmistry, hand reading, and to also understand their own hand.
Wow. Can you show us your hands? Nice.
Sure. That's my dominant hand. Here's my non-dominant.
Wow. Why don't you tell us about your hands? Because obviously you're not. Well, you can look at my hands. You want to look at my hands?
Sure.
Tell me about my hands.
I can't see them.
Oh wait, you can't. Right. Wow. Crazy moment for a crazy time. Oh well. Tell us about your hands, and if you could show us your hands and tell us about your hands, that'd be great.
Well, I definitely have more of a water hand, which definitely is suiting to me and my astrology sign, which it's funny, you'll find that works out a lot. When it comes to elementals, though, in the hand, there's 4 types. There's water hands, fire hands, air hands, and earth hands. And it's rare that you'll find like a straight like water hand or air hand, for example. Like mine is mixed. It's dominantly a water hand, but there are features of air and fire in it. So most people have a combination. If you're dominantly a water hand, you're more of like the daydreamer, artist type, creative, indecisive, sensitive, things like that. And that is moi. So now you know my personality type.
Oh, I know your personality type. Knew for years, but
yes,
but they didn't.
Yes.
They didn't know you until last year. But now they're getting to know you more. So that's good.
Mhm. What else would you like to know?
I guess water hands, because I feel like I always had like an artist type of brain, I guess. You know, I've always been thinking about like, this show, of course, and I dabbled in YouTube in the past. I've had music videos, and I had this thing called Everyday DK, which I had to stop because of my, I guess, work constraints, perhaps. So, I think, you can't really see my hands, and it's weird. I don't know. Can you see my hands? That's weird.
Sort of. Back them up a little bit.
Back them up? This is weird.
Mm-hmm.
Kinda. I think I have water hands.
Well, there's an easy way to figure it out. There's 2 different characterizations of both the fingers and the palm.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, I have like a fuzz or something on my lip.
Oh, man. She ate...
These hands.
She ate the dog during the quarantine. What a shame.
I did. She was barking. So I had to eat her. So there's an easy way to figure out what type of hands you have, and that's one of the first steps in reading your own hand. There's short fingers and long fingers, and the long finger types belong to air and water. If you curve your fingers over your hand like this, and your fingers almost reach your palm, you could tell that you have long fingers if you can't tell just by looking at them. So air hands and water hands have long fingers.
Right.
Short fingers would belong to fire or earth. Now, if you have a long palm or a short palm, that helps you figure out if you're fire or earth. So short fingers, short palm. If both are short, like if your palm is more square than oblong, like mine is more long. If it's more square and your fingers are short, that means you're an earth hand. If your palm is more oval and long, but your fingers are short, like maybe they'll meet like halfway, like up here, then you're a fire hand. If your palm is long and your fingers are long, you are a water hand. And if your fingers are long and your palm is short, then you're an air hand.
Wow.
Did I get that right? I think I just did that off the top of my head.
That's pretty cool that you...
Short finger, short palm, fire. Short finger, short palm, earth. Sorry, I haven't been talking to many people. I've been quarantined.
I feel that. Well, I'm blessed to still have the ability to work 6 days a week.
Lucky.
I know.
Yes, yesterday I wrote 25 pages in one day, which is probably more than I've written since college.
Wow.
All on the hands. So my head is buzzing with the thought of hands and what am I going to tackle next. I'm almost done, though. I have about 35 pages now.
All right. 35 pages left of the ebook of the chapter.
No, 35 pages. Well, I did 25 yesterday, and I popped out 10 this morning, and I'm going to probably finish it by tonight. It's in PDF. It's going to be in PDF format, an ebook. So 35 pages is quite a lot so far to read through. Remember, like, your school essays?
Yeah.
Having to write, like, a 5-pager was, like, long, or a 7-pager was long. So think of writing 35 pages in a night, but by choice. I want people to understand it because I find it interesting.
I find it to be interesting too. That's why you're on the show. So
thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. So, like, how do ebooks work?
How what?
How do ebooks work?
Well, I've had a problem with my laptop, so I'm just writing it on WordPad and putting in all the photos and such that I've made to go with it. There's a lot of illustrations and maps of the hand, so you know, like, where the lines are and where the mounts are. So I'm just doing it on WordPad, and I have a good friend of mine who is going to use some professional ebook software and transfer the Word document into PDF with the ebook and make it look all pretty for me.
Wow.
And then hopefully I will sell some, but I'm not even thinking about the price or anything like that yet. I just want to get my book done.
So when you're ready to sell the book itself, do people contact you to buy it, or do people go on a special website? Like, how do people buy it? Like, how do people find it and buy it?
They can contact me directly. That's one way. I made a page for it on my website, innereyetarot.com. Innereyetarot.com. It has its own page. You can contact me through that. And also, I use the Facebook a lot, which is facebook.com/innereyetarot. I have an Instagram, but for it as well, but it's best to use the website, the Facebook, or contacting me directly. If you go on the Facebook page for Inner Eye Tarot, you can message me there as well. If you're not on my personal Facebook, which most people probably wouldn't be.
Well, you know, there's like billions of people in the world. Do you know billions of people?
Yeah. No, and I delete people all the time if I forget who they are, if I don't know them.
Well, I'm glad you know me.
I don't like having my wall full of randoms. What?
I'm glad you know me. And you didn't forget.
Yes, it's been fun knowing you.
Oh yeah, that's an accurate description if I say so myself. So you also
How
do.
many years now have we known each other? Actually, how many years have we known each other?
17.
Wow.
See.
Wow.
The buzz says that's the correct answer. See, we have randomized sound effects.
We do?
You do. We do. I'm saying,
I
like,
haven't heard that.
the buzz that I'm hearing, I guess it's come from your end.
Buzz? I have Chopin playing in the back.
So there's no buzzing on your end?
The buzzing of the birds and the bees outside my open window?
No, it was definitely a buzz.
I didn't hear it.
Like somebody was buzzing in the right answer.
That's weird. Maybe it was a ghost.
The ghost is buzzing in.
Actually, there's a place on your hand where you can see if there is somebody that may have. Everybody has different beliefs, but I think I mention this in the last one. A place in your hand where it shows either somebody that passed away is still with you and guiding you along. It's inside your lifeline. It'll look like a double lifeline, but on the inside, and you can see how long they stay with you for. Some people that don't believe in the afterlife just see it as like luck or a higher power helping you for that period of time. But I like the idea of this line, for example, inside my lifeline, which you probably can't see, I can't really point it out, being my nanny. And I like that belief that it is somebody.
I like that too. I like the idea of a higher power helping you along throughout your life and your life's journey.
Helping you in. Yeah, some people think it's angels, but I guess, the people in our life that passed on are our angels.
Yeah.
For a time. Until they got to go do their spirit work, whatever that may be.
I like that. And there was the buzz again.
Oh, that was a text message.
Oh.
My mom was asking me if I have garlic.
Well, do you have garlic?
She's having another vampire problem. No, I don't.
You don't have any garlic?
I got nothing.
You have nothing?
I don't have any. I have a basil plant. I have a new basil plant.
Wow. We should bring you on again, and you can talk about your plant.
Oh, I only have 2 living contestants right now.
2 living plants, or 2 people like locked in a closet somewhere?
Don't worry about the people in the closet. Living plants.
Awesome. So much to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So,
yeah, when it comes to plants, I definitely believe in the medicinal qualities of them. Basil is actually good for your breath and clearing your palate.
Actually, you know what? Let's talk about the plants in another interview. Like, we'll end this one, and then we'll talk about plants in another interview.
I'm all over the place. I'm a typical water hand.
All right, that's good. So we'll do that. Are you down?
Okay. I'm down.
All right, so I'm going to end it now. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Danny Karen Show.
Yep.
Christy will leave her contact information in the comments below on the YouTube channel and as well as the fan page. So I gave her homework to do. And yeah, it's been good.
Let me know when everything's posted, and I'll be writing away.
You got it. I'll tag you like this. Tag. Anyway. See ya.